Hello everybody, it's Rex here, and today we're checking out Transformers Kingdom Leader Class Megatron. And he is a great figure, and I just want to say, stay tuned to the end of the video, because at the end I'm going to be showing you how you can remove the tail from Megatron's arm, because that is something you can't do, and we'll cover that in doing the transformation in his robot mode. But if you want to skip to how you can get this off Megatron's arm, you can skip to the time that'll be right here. But if you want to see the whole video, here we go. So first we have Megatron here in his amazing Tyrannosaurus Rex mode, and it just looks really, really good. That sculpt and everything looks so nice. I love how all his teeth are there. It's so nice. He does have one little tooth missing for some mysterious reason, but all in all, it's a very, very nice, beautiful painted and sculpted. And the soft plastic that is on Megatron here isn't as soft as I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be harder. Well, actually, I thought it was going to be softer, but it's a lot harder than I thought it was, so that's nice. It's just a little bit careful. I do have some stretch marks from it, and that's probably the only downside from it being soft plastic, is that there are stretch marks that definitely can start popping up on it, especially in the tail area. You can see a little bit right there, and that's due to how this whole cylinder back here works. But oh, it's so nice, and I love how there's no screw holes on the head. Nice, beautiful, clean, and looks really good. Wish they did that with Studio Series Grimlock, 86. There's big screw holes, but this one, nope. Megatron's head here gets very, very nice, good treatment, and the mouth can open pretty cool. You can pull down the bottom jaw, and the jaw opens. You push down, open and close, open and close. And it does have a fire port there, so you can plug it in a little bit in there. And the inside of the mouth is also really nicely detailed, and the eyes and everything just look so nice. And the arms, speaking of articulation, which we're now covering, he's got pretty good arm articulation there, over here as well. The legs can move out that part in that way, and due to how this whole mechanism works, it can go pretty far in and out there, and the tail has pretty good articulation as well. So all pretty nice, and he also has a rock forward and a little tilt backwards and forwards there, and the head can move left and right, up and down. You can make even this move up and down right there, and yeah, it looks really good. Nice alligator belly right there, and yeah, this figure is just awesome. I love it. Looks really good. And yeah, this is just a really good T-Rex toy as well. This is just, oh, I love this. I like keeping Megatron here in this beast mode. This is just my favorite looking guy, and he's just so cool, so cool. The only negative thing I will have to say about this Rex mode is the claws here aren't painted. The feet are nice and solid color like this, which I do like, because that means this paint, well, there's no painter, but this will never chip, so the claws here will stay permanently like that. So that is a nice feature, and he does have a knee joint there, which does work, and a nice swivel there too. So with that out of the way, let's get into some comparisons with this guy. So here for comparisons, first off we'll have some of the Predacons here, and so we have Waspinator from the Generations line, which I think works pretty good. We'll have to see if the new Kingdom Waspinator is good enough to replace this guy. Don't replace Waspinator! So there you have Waspinator, and this is Kingdom Black Arachnia, and yeah, that's pretty good in scale right there. And here we have Megatron with Dinobot, so you can see how they scale there as well. And finally, for scale, we have Optimus Primal, and yeah, that's the scale right there. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure Megatron here could easily take out Optimus here. I mean, just the size difference is massive. I mean, just look at that. That's definitely a big boy Rex there. So I don't know. And with the comparisons out of the way, let's get Megatron here transformed into his rebirth mode. Megatron Terrorize! And here we have Megatron in his robot mode, and it looks so good. Just bring him in right close to the camera so you can see all his goodness. It's got really good detailed Predacon insignia right in the middle of his forehead, which is very accurate to the show. Nice painted head there, looks very nice. Nice big tail weapon right here with a little claw action going on. And coming down to the legs, really nice paint added on to him. Very nicely detailed down to his Rexy feet there with his Rexy toes. And you know, he's got this big old weapon here on this side. Over here he's got his nice dragon T-Rex head. Dragon Slayer, yes. And yeah, all around looks really good. From the back he's got this really big backpack. But, you know, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. And he gets a really good T-Rex mode. And this is fine. It's not that bad. I've seen, yeah, it's not that bad. These big parts here are kind of, you know, but from the original Megatron all the way up to some other Megatrons, yeah, this has always been a big thing anyway, so I'm not too upset about that. It looks fine. It's fine. I did cat. It looks great. For his articulation, he does have a 360 spin at the head. He can look down if you want, though I don't think that's intentional, but he can do that, so you can look down on guys. And he's got a nice rotation here up at the shoulder, full 360, up and down, moving and a rotation there. His hand here can pop out for some unknown reason. He can do that. I'm not having to do with the transformation at all, but there's that. He does have a waist swivel, full 360 waist swivel, I might add, so that's pretty sweet. Legs can go that far out, though if you do push these down like that, he can do a full split. So you can do that. He can move out that far, back that far, bend there at the knee, rotation there at the kneecap. Feet can go, have all the same articulation in both modes. So ankle tilt and all that. Arm over here has a little butterfly bit that can go like that. And full 360 there. Move up and down, curve, go out that far. Mouth can open as well. And yeah, he's a really good big leader class figure, and he does stand pretty good. The only thing I personally have a problem with is him being a leader class. He has a lot of weight, and he has no ratchet joints, especially in the legs. See, he needed ratchets here, and they could have been put in. You know, if we open his legs back up, this right here could have been a ratcheted, maybe even a soft ratchet. He doesn't have any ratchets on him, and that's something I thought, you know, leader class figures, you know, should have. You know, it allows them to hold that weight that they have because of how big they are. You know, so that's my only real complaint about it. But yeah, all in all, it looks really, really good. Looks like Megatron from Beast Wars. Looks great. So let's go into the comparisons. So first up for the Predacon team, you can see how Black Arachnia and Waspinator scale with Megatron here, and I think that looks really, really good. Yep, that looks nice and pretty accurate, I think, to the show. Next up we've got Dinobot. And finally, we have Optimus Primal with Megatron. And yeah, they scale pretty good, I think, though I think Optimus Primal may be a little too tiny, maybe? I don't know. I think he may have been a little bit taller, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he's perfect height, you know, I think, you know what, I think he's fine. Though, being how big he is, Optimus Primal definitely looks like he needs to be a little more agile to keep out of Megatron's grip, because as soon as he gets him, it's like, but yeah, I think they scale pretty good with each other. No problem, no problem. If you've seen Beast Wars, you do know that this whole piece of Megatron's arm, his whole tail bit, does come off sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't have this on, while he's in his bath with his ducky and stuff, while he's brushing his teeth, his Rex teeth. You know, he doesn't have this whole big piece here. And for some unknown reason to me, Hasbro didn't make this whole piece unseparable. He didn't make this come off. But there is a way to do this, and I'm not the first one who did this, so I'm going to give credit to this down here. You'll see it pop up here, so if you want to check out the video that I figured this out from, it's right there. But I'm going to show you here how you can get this whole assembly off, and you can still hook it back on if you want to. So you're first going to have to cut some pieces here, so we're going to end up doing that. So really quickly, this is the end of the review, and now we're moving on to getting this whole assembly off and making it so it can come off and on. Alright, so thank you for checking out the review, and if you want to sign off now, you can, so I'll see you all later. But if not, and you want to see how to get this whole assembly off, let's do it. So here we start. I have a few tools here. I'm here to use the big saw blade, but I'm going to see if I can't get in here with some different tools to try to get this done here. So we're going to first try this blade here. And there's two attach points. So there's an attach point here. I'll show you. for the camera. There we go. So there's this attached point and then this attached point here. So we're going to have to cut that and cut that. Also, it makes this easier if you pop off the arm. That makes it a whole lot easier. So I turned the fan on because it's nice and hot now. So what you want to do is slice like I just did right here. So you can see back here, this whole area's been sliced. I took my X-Acto knife and just sliced right through that entire area. Up front's a little more difficult, but I've already cut the peg back here. So at this point, you want to separate this part as well. So you just want to come through and apply pressure. If you have something a little better than an X-Acto blade, use it. But this is what I've got. So that's what I'm using. So I got the little pin in there, cut. Don't know where you can see it. Turn to this side, see if you can't see a little better. Get the light here, maybe. That would work. There we go. So right down in there is where I've cut the peg. But this whole assembly part right here is still attached. So you got to cut through this. And then once you cut through this section, we can lift this whole bit assembly up, and there's a screw in this peg, and then we'll be almost done. Alright, so let's get this part cut. Alright, so once you get this whole assembly cut out, so you want to make sure that you've sliced all the way through this whole section, because this part here is attached to this. So make sure you've cut all the way through here, and once you wiggle it, you'll notice that you'll be able to tell. See how that's moving now? So same thing, you know, make sure it's sliced, so you can see where I've sliced it off. So you want to slice through that, slice through the peg, slice this whole section off. If the light wants to show it, right there. And there's a screw in here, so you want to pry off this bottom section here. Now this piece should be coming out, but I can't get it out. I can only get the top piece off. Oh, there we go. So I got all that out. So what, at this point, I would just clean this all up, and then we'll just re-glue this. So I'm just going to take my little blade here and some other little tools just to clean it up and get this whole assembly looking nice here, and then we'll pull out that screw, because there is a screw in there, and that will finally get the arm off. So first we'll clean the tail up here, and then we'll do that. And there we have it. The arm has been screwed out, and this screw isn't coming out any farther. This is a very annoying screw. I've had to put it in here and screw it, and then put a bit into there, put pressure on both ends, and then try to unscrew it. And I've got it to the point where it's far enough there that I'm happy with. So at this point, we're just going to be taking this, and I'm going to glue this back in with some super glue, just to make that nice and solid again. And then we'll just reassemble Megatron here, and we'll call it good. And here we have Megatron with the tail off. And why Hasbro didn't make this off and on, I don't know. But it looks so much nicer with it off. You know, it's something that Megatron could have on or off in the show. And I think it's really nice to have that option here. We haven't really got a Megatron that you could just take the tail off and on. There's that one. I'll put an image of it up. You should have that guy. You could take off the tail of that one. So, you know, something that would be nice to have done here. And me and some others have figured out that you can just, pop it off. It just takes a little bit of work, and it's not, my job wasn't the cleanest, I'll have to admit, if you can see that. But if I get some, paint that might be the same color if I can find some. But I don't mind it. It's fine for me. I'm not too picky when it comes to that. It looks fine. I just want to be able to take the arm off and on. And there are upgrade kits that with like, the toothbrush and stuff. And this would make it look even better now with that, And now this whole pop bit here would actually be good because you could pop it off and have it like holdings. I don't know. This is a weird feature that it has there. I still don't know why it has it. But yeah, now you can take it and plug it on like so. So you can have Megatron with the tail or without the tail. With the tail, without the tail. With the tail, without the tail. With the tail, and without the tail. Alright. And it is nice and tight in there, so it's not flopping all around. See how it's holding there? You can move it a bit. And if I wanted to make it tighter, just so it, would hold a little more, I would put some glue on that and then slap it in there to make it even tighter, which I might end up doing later. But, you can do that, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm happy that I can have it with or without the tail. So that has been the custom modification on Megatron to get the tail to come off. Hope you enjoyed checking it out, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, this has been StegoRex, and I'll have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, have a great day, and goodbye, everybody!